They were your everyday run-of-the-mill nobodies from the middle of nowhere, Iowa. Their shared passion for music bound for aspiring artists to become the cover band of all cover bands.
They were definitely the first of their kind.
You know, I just knew the first time I saw these guys, I had to manage them. I just knew it. There was something special about it. And let me tell you, these guys made me a ton of money. Look at the jacket I'm wearing. Look at the hair gel. These guys paid for 4 of my 5 divorces, and those women, they were bitches. You know what I mean? But these kids, when I saw them play for the first time, I knew I needed to sign these guys, and I knew they had to be my band.
There's no better way than to sing songs that everybody knows. I mean, what more effort do you need to put into it? What else can you do? You know, all I have to do is sing a song that you wrote, and now women love me. Man, I got the best life.
I kind of grew up in a house. I went to church all the time, and my mom wouldn't let me go to their concert, and my friend and her mom was taking her to the show, so I snuck out of the house, and we went to their show, and I've just been hooked ever since. Groupies!
These guys were amazing. When they came together on stage, it was like they were making history.
Man, I am the drummer of life. I bring happiness to all that hear it.
Just as quick as they rose to the top, they were engulfed by their fame, which quickly led to their demise. This is the story behind the music.
You know, it all started when we were just kids. We all were obscure and outcast from the general public, and we all just came together and we all showed that one passion of music.
I don't like music. I mean, I've got the voice of a god, but you know what I do like? Women, power, and fame. God, I had a lot of fame. Everybody. Glorious. But, you know, it's a tough life for a kid. What can I say?
Me and the singer don't ever see eye to eye. Ever since the breakup, we all know he was the cause of it. It was his fault. His ego got in the way.
Eddie really didn't have very many friends, but when he did, he actually met people at school, and they all decided to get together, 3 or 4 of them, and form a band. And when they did, they had their picture taken for the school annual.
I was in love with their music, and I wanted to recreate it. And so I actually formed a cover band of cover, which obviously covers songs. So we're called Cover Times 3 is what our band's called. And they mean everything to me. In fact, if he walked by right now, I'd probably uncontrollably lose it, just chase him down.
Would you listen to that dub-tronica, you know, stuff? Well, you know, they got those weird, and you know, I got that all over me. You know, there's stuff going on all the time, and the music, it gets inside, you know, and I got my sticks, and like, I just live in it.
The best part about the cover band was they did everything.
There is no true sound to the band. We dabble in a little bit of everything.
They went from Pantera into Garth Brooks into Third Eye Blind, back into Pantera. Mind blown. Everybody, I think when the song ended, and they were like, yeah! And everybody was just, there was silence for 5 seconds, and then, oh my God! Like, it was unbelievable. I've never seen anybody act like that before.
They were amazing. They dared to do things that would ruin their career or life.
We want the grandmas to come in, we want the babies to come in, we want the teenagers to come in, we want those boppers out there dancing. We make everybody dance, we make everybody move, and we make everybody groove.
Well, you know, I'm just living, man. This is what
I thought I told you to stay out of here!
Get off my cart, Randy! My sticks!
As the cover band's popularity grew, their addictions and egos grew twice as fast.
When it comes down to it, we were just 4 kids, living up to our God-given talents in the face of despair.
Well, you know, the band, they're not making as much money as they used to, but they got this, you know, our pretty boy lead singer, he still brings in the girls. So you know what I mean? Hey, can you get this thing out? Can we be a little more professional about this? I got a boom pole in my face.
It used to be practicing every afternoon in the basement, but pretty soon those practices got less and less because they found that one thought they were better than the other one, and they weren't getting along.
You know, we're brothers at heart, and you know, brothers fight.
Well, I really did like the band, and I was going to their concerts and kind of following them like everybody else was, but then I had a chance to talk to Shannon, and he just talked about himself the whole time, and blah, 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 and I just was like, total turn off, so kind of stopped following him.
Everybody was always asking, where you been at? You haven't been to practices, you haven't been really showing up to shows. If you have, you've been a little bit late. You know what, that doesn't bother me. I'm a f***ing king.
Finally, one day, the fame and the glory dissipated, and the band was no more.
The demise of the band was, well, we know what the demise of the band was.
The government would say homeless, but you know, since this is my home, I'm like, man, I went to school there, and there's a playground where I sleep sometimes. I don't really consider myself homeless, but the world is my home.
You know, all of a sudden, the craze was boy bands with great hair and girlish features, and I couldn't have it. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't take it. I mean, what's up with that? It doesn't make any sense to me, you know. All joking aside, I really thought that it was my time to take my place back at the throne.
4 founding members decide to reunite in one last effort to reclaim their place as the greatest cover band of all time.
He said that we got a gig coming up here. I don't know, I'm pretty sure they'll come pick me up when they're ready.
Standing in the rain with his head hung low, couldn't get a ticket, it was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd, he could picture the scene.